so far?
I don't know how normal it is, but it's activity.
Better than what we've seen the past few months.
That's exactly right. Yes, sir.
Coach, we'll go ahead and start with just simply recapping last season for you.
You know, and honestly, and not to downplay that, and we look back to 2019 with some fond memories and memories of some good kids and great players that we had. But the reality is that has zero impact on 2020 and today, and that might sound negative or complacent or overlooking that year, but it's not, because everything that we're going to accomplish this year is fresh, and everybody starts from ground zero, and nobody has any wins, and no first downs or touchdowns from 2019 have any impact on 2020 whatsoever. And so kids are working hard, and they're looking forward to senior years and junior years and making memories, and that's all we're hoping for.
Maybe one thing that does carry over from last year, though, is some of the returning guys that you have coming back for this year. Who should we be watching out for?
Well, our senior class, has some great leaders in it, and there are several guys, that were great leaders and good players for us. Cade and Hunter and Mason, are a couple guys that you talk to, and Daniel and Reeve, and I could go on and on, Bowden, and there are numerous guys, within that whole team that are great leaders, and we don't look to one or two of them. I mean, there's about 20 in that class, and regardless if they're a number one, number two, or barely scratching the surface on a travel list, they all have impact, they all have significance, and they're all going to lead our team in some way or another.
Good deal. I'm going to change this to the sun change real quick. All right. You mentioned a lot on the defensive side. What about this defense is so scary and so exciting about this year?
Well, there's numerous guys that are back. We mentioned some of those names. There's a lot of guys in the secondary that are back with experience, and we're excited about that. We've got athletic guys, and we've made some moves to help stabilize some things on our defensive front. And so, everything, it goes athletically. Everything that, if you're going to be successful, has to start on the defensive side. And that's one of the enthusiastic points that we have, that we have a chance if we play strong, solid defense, and we give ourselves the opportunity to be good and maintain the ball on the offensive side.
Let's flip over to that offensive side, talking about scoring some points. What looks good on the offense?
We've got experience in our skill positions. We've got about 3 offensive linemen that are returning. We've got a quarterback that's got a year of experience underneath his belt, and we've, Cam Hitchcock's a new move in. He's a Carroll kid. He went to school with these guys in middle school, and it's good to have him back in the program. But, guys like we talked about, Jeff and Mason and Reeve and Kyler Bills and Tyler Wiersma and all those guys are returner guys, Bowden and and A.J. Lazoff, a guy that we're going to expect at running back. I mean, again, a good core group of guys, that we're excited about. And we think that, if we have the opportunity to maintain possession of the football, then positive things are going to happen.
What is it going to take to get out of that sectional this year?
Well, the sectional is, week 10, week 11. Honestly, that is, way up the ladder in terms of climbing that ladder, and that's, honestly not the, what's on our focus right now. And our focus is Tuesday, to be honest. Our focus is to have the best 6 o'clock practice that we've had so far. And our focus is to be good student athletes within this pandemic and trying to do things the best that we can to try and keep playing on the field. Our focus is to, what are we going to do within the classroom to maintain that continuity in the classroom, and then we move on to week 1, week 2, week 3, and and it's win the moment. It's one game, one day, one moment at a time, and that's all we can hope for.
Good deal. Early on, what are you wanting to see out of this team?
I want to see the experience, and the leadership pay off. I want to see the enthusiasm that you have for something that has, potentially been taken away from you for a little bit, to have excitement and enthusiasm for those things, and don't take anything for granted, and cherish the moments that we have.
Good deal. Anything else you want to add, Coach?
No, we appreciate your coverage. Thanks very much.
Thank you so much. All right, appreciate it. Closer. Good deal. All right. I'll have you start by saying and spelling your first and last name for me.
Cade Dinan, Cadedinin.
All right, Cade. Just first, we'll start out with a recap of last season.
We went 7-4 and beat Snyder in the not the sectional championship, but the sectional game, and had to play Homestead for the sectional championship and lost in that.
And just overall, as a kind of a recap of last season, how do you think Carroll fed?
It was a lot better than my sophomore year when we went 3-7, so we're pretty happy with it, but we think we can go a lot better this year.
Overall, where do you think this team can get stronger?
Probably in the trenches, honestly, in the run game. That's probably a place where we can get a lot better.
What about you specifically? Where can you get better?
Probably my tackling, definitely.
What about it? Can you work on?
I missed a lot of tackles last year, honestly. My coverage is good, but tackling, I messed up a lot.
Where can we see the biggest improvement from you this season?
Probably my leadership, but I've been doing a lot better of the job this year in doing that.
Who are some guys that we should be watching out for on this Carroll squad?
Probably, I don't know, Jeff, obviously. Cam Headshot, he's a transfer from Lures. Hunter, Mason, Craig on the linebacker. Daniel Ricky, he doesn't play both ways on the O-line, D-line. So that's a couple of them.
What makes this defense so scary?
Just experience, and we're just all such a close group.
Getting that SAC experience, how is that going to elevate your guys' chemistry for this upcoming season?
Just, we know kind of how the teams play and that they pass a lot, and so we just kind of know what to do against them.
What would you say something that teams wouldn't be expecting from Carroll this season that you're ready to show them?
A lot more high-powered offense.
What's a goal for this season?
Undefeated, sectional championships, and conference championship.
And how do you guys do that?
Probably better leadership, even though it was pretty good last year.
What about this leadership makes it so special with Carroll?
It's just, it goes a long way. Like, that's how you win games. Like, you can have a really good team, but if your leadership's not good, then you won't do anything, because that's how it was when we went 3-7.
Good deal. And we're doing anything else you want to add?
Oh, thank you.
We're doing a football promo. Can I get you to say football is back?
Football is back.
Good deal. Thank you.
Thank you.
Woo!
You almost took out the Yeezys.
I almost took out the Yeezys. Forget the camera. It's the Yeezys. All right. I'll have you say and spell your first and last name for me.
Hunter Mertz, Huntermertz.
Cool. Can you take one step forward?
Mm-hmm.
I'll back you up. All right. So first, I'll get it. This happened again. I'll get a recap from you from last season.
We had a pretty good year last year. We improved from the previous year. I think we came out at 7-4. Made it to the sectional championship and lost to Homestead, but hoping to improve on that this year. So
I was going to ask, was it enough last year?
No, it definitely wasn't enough. We're definitely chasing the title this year. So
good deal. Where in what areas can you see improvement in this team so far?
Probably, like in terms of myself, definitely my leadership aspects. I don't think that I've been really outgoing. I think we could also improve really how we practice. We need to practice harder. We need to get ready for the season, especially having a short summer. So,
I was going to say, besides the leadership, where in your game can you see yourself improving?
Probably my tackling and my ball coverage. Last year, I had a few times where I thought that I could have made, better plays. So I'm definitely improving my tackling and my pass coverage this year.
How has this defense grown in a year?
Oh, it's grown a lot. Last year we had a really good defense, and this year I think we're going to be even better because we have most of our guys returning, and everybody that is returning, wants to win. So,
how important is that experience once you step on the gridiron?
It's very important. And I really didn't realize that, honestly, until it came to last year and so far this year, because you know what's going to happen and you know what it's like to play, varsity ball. So you're just ready.
We're gearing up on 2 weeks till season. What are the feelings and what are the feelings like?
I'm excited, definitely excited and a little anxious because, like I said, we haven't had much time to prepare, but we're ready. So ready for Lures week 1.
What's it going to take to be a front runner in this SAC conference this year?
Making very little mistakes and just wanting it more than the other teams.
Good deal. Why should people be putting Carroll on their radar?
Because we're a bunch of dogs. That's it. We just want it more than you do. So.
Good deal. Anything else you want to add?
I don't think so.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank
Appreciate it. All right. Last but not least. Switch it up just a tad. You can stay right there. Good deal. if I can not hit the tripod this time. All right, I'm going to have you start by saying and spelling your first and last name for me.
Mason Englert, Masonenglert.
All right, Mason, give me a recap of last season.
Last year we went 7-4. It was pretty good. We had a bond in it. I don't feel like it ever broke. And looking to improve this year.
Who are some guys that we should be watching out for this year?
We have a lot of talent on both sides of the ball. A lot of playmakers.
What about, okay, let's start defensively. Who should we be watching?
Hunter, Tucker, Cade, Jorge, Wade. We got a lot.
What makes this offense so scary?
Jeff. Jeff is the one. He can run. He can pass. He can do anything you want.
Where have you seen yourself improve the most during the offseason?
I've been training a lot. I've been working on my routes, lifting, getting bigger. Just looking to improve, help the team.
Now, as far as routes, I mean, where can you see yourself get better from a year ago?
My breaks, getting in and out of it, coming back to the ball, anything.
Now, your connection with Jeff. I mean, how has that improved in a year?
I've known him for a while. We ran routes in the summer or during quarantine, getting the chemistry back again.
Besides Jeff, what is a secret sauce to this offense that teams in the SAC aren't going to be ready for this year?
We got running backs, we got receivers, we got tight ends, we got some pretty good linemen, everything.
I've heard the other two guys talk about leadership. What does that word mean to you?
Leadership, it comes from our bond always being together, leadership, just improving. We're going to carry the team with leadership.
Where, if everything goes according to plan, where could you see this Carroll team going this year?
We're going to state.
Good deal. Anything else that you want to add?
I'm good.
All right, sounds good. What is it going to take for Carroll to have a better season this year than they did last year?
More leadership. Leadership's going to be there.
We'll wait for that. Okay.
Leadership's going to be there. We're just going to keep improving, working hard. Some dogs.
Good deal. Anything else you want to add?
No, I'm good.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.